Oilers looking to get their superstar going. Connor McDavid, 0 points over the first 2 games of this series. In the first game, it was kind of great for the Oilers because it was the first time the entire year, regular season or postseason, that they won a game where he didn't score a point. Second game, though, they're still giving up goals, this Oilers team, right? They've given up 9 over 2 games. They need this guy to score. But we also saw him maybe a little banged up, took a knock, slowed down a little bit, then came back. We had Gretz on last night. The pressure is immense for him to be otherworldly every minute of every game.
It certainly is, and that ankle injury, I didn't like seeing that at all. And yes, no one's 100% over the course of the postseason, but the series is tied 1-1. It's not like the Oilers are down. Leon Draisaitl-Biz looks refreshed. He's rested after missing a little bit of time near the end of the season. McDavid will get his chances, without a doubt. But the Oilers aren't going to win the series without McDavid and Draisaitl, both of them going, because the Anaheim Ducks have plenty of offense. So you need to have that ability to match that offense with the Ducks, with players like Leo Carlsson going crazy right now in the series.
Yeah, I mean, we're so hard on McDavid. We expect so much out of him, right? Sometimes you're going to have off nights, and obviously he had to empty the tank a little bit in order to put them in a good playoff position without Leon in the lineup. But, hey, man, Coach Q, too, he's obviously got a game plan in order to try to shut him down. So sometimes you have to credit the opposition. The injury, obviously, people are going to be a little bit concerned. He does wear a very loose skate. Like, he enjoys that ankle flexion, maybe a lot more so than others. So maybe that's why it bent the way that it did. But hopefully he's healed up well and he's back on track to what we're used to seeing from '97.
Did you guys ever have, like, if it is a high ankle sprain, for example, can you tape that a little harder just to compensate, or it just messes up the skating completely?
Messes up everything. High ankle sprain, I had it when I was in Boston. You could walk and go up and down. The minute you go side to side and those 2 bones, your lower leg, a lot of that stress is placed on that ligament that holds it together. Forget about it. You're done. So we're not saying that's exactly what he has, but that didn't look good.
It didn't look good. I would say, I mean, I don't know how you guys viewed it, but when he came back, it looked a little bit slower. In the third period, he still had a little giddy up to his step. It didn't look as bad. It seemed to be better than it was in that moment.
Even at 80%, Connor McDavid skates better than
faster than a lot of other
everyone
guys.
in the National Hockey League. I think you brought up a good point, Biz, about Coach Q, about Jay Woodcroft. Assistant coach. He was a coach in Edmonton before.
Yes.
So he might have a little bit of insight into how potentially you could shut him down. I don't think you're going to totally shut down Connor McDavid in the postseason, but he might have some ideas maybe how to slow him down.
Either way, but you want to win the cup, right? That's the thing. It's not just winning the series. You want to win the cup.
Correct.
And they've given up 9 goals over the first 2 games.
Yeah.
This Ducks team that, let's be honest, I mean, they kind of limped into the playoffs.
Yeah, sometimes they obviously sacrifice a little bit of defense in order to create their offense. Just going back to him in particular, too, like if it is somewhat of an ankle injury, he does, like, through the neutral zone, he does enjoy those crossovers. So that is a big part of his game and getting easier zone entries. And obviously, if it's a part of his game, it's a big part of Edmonton's game. But, I would say that they definitely need to clean things up. I mean, it's always been labeled as a goalie problem. And I don't think Ingram has been that bad in this series. They just need to overall tighten things up. And I think that's kind of been their problem over the course of a few years. My other concern, too, is how much are you putting him out there? Like you saw, I know they had a couple power plays early in that game, but you look at the score sheet, you're like, well, 9 minutes in the first. Well, I mean, you don't really want to see a centerman be in the 24, 25-minute range round 1 after you just had him do what he did in the last, quarter of the season without Leon in the lineup. So ice management and distributing that despite their injuries to Dickinson, and I believe it was Henrique as well who was out last game. So let's see if they can spread that out, get some good matchups tonight, and get back on track with